We will call the Prospect Heights City Council regular meeting of Monday, May 12th to order at 6:30. Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Here.
Alderman Anderson.
Here.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Here.
Alderman Dolick.
Here.
And Alderman Dash is absent with prior notice.
Please stand for the pledge. Okay, approval of minutes. We need a motion to approve the April 28th, 2025 regular city council meeting minutes. We have a motion?
So moved, Anderson. Second, Cameron.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Abstain?
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes. We need a motion to approve the April 28th, 2025 city council budget hearing meeting minutes.
So moved.
Anderson. Second, Cameron.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Abstain?
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes. Number 4, induction of recently elected officials. City Council Member Ward 2 Terry Anderson to her 2-year term. So if you want to, where should we go? You want to do it up here or down there?
Where do you think?
Yeah, you can move right down there.
I, Teresa Anderson,
I, Teresa Anderson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
to support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Charter,
the Charter,
laws, and ordinances
laws, and ordinances
of the City of Prospect Heights,
of the City of Prospect Heights,
and that I will faithfully discharge
that I will discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
as Alderman,
as Alderman,
according to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability. I think you swore me in. 2 copies too, thank you. I think you swore me in too. I want to thank you. This is my first time. Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it.
Item 5, we have no appointments, confirmations, or proclamations. Item 6, public comment on agenda matters. Do we have any?
None on the agenda, no.
Item 7, consent agenda. We have 3 items on the consent agenda. One is the City of Prospect Heights proclamation honoring Young Chun Kim, Mr. Kim of the Dog Walk for his, how many years was it?
33.
33 years of owning the dog walk on the east side of town, hot dog place. He's going back to Korea
Just temporarily?
temporarily. So it was, we went there and gave him his proclamation last week. Nice guy. Item B, City of Prospect Heights proclamation honoring Public Works Week, May 18th through 24th, 2025. And item C, Resolution R2534, a staff memo and resolution authorizing and approving the execution of a memorandum of understanding concerning police enforcement between the Prospect Heights Police Department and College District 512 Harper College. So we have those three items on the consent agenda. Anybody have any questions or comments? Need a motion to approve?
So moved, Morgan Adams.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Consent agenda passes. We have no old business, but we have quite a few things on new business. Item A, a resolution R2532, a staff memo and resolution approving land use and parking agreement with the Prospect Heights Fire Protection District. Resolution, we need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions or comments? Dan?
Just here if you need an explanation on anything. Thank you very much, Mayor and Council. The Fire District will be up next item for a series of variations for their planned remodeling and expansion of the fire station. As part of that, the legal non-conforming lot is going to be short some parking spaces. So the Fire District and the city over the last couple months have come to a negotiation and a positive settlement that will meet the needs of the Fire District, provide additional parking, meet their stormwater management and future stormwater for the city. And this parking agreement will satisfy the needs of the Fire District's variation request and add a public asset and benefit to the community.
Thank you. So we have a motion and a second to approve. Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item B, it's a request of a waiver of first reading for ordinance O2510, staff memo and ordinance granting special use and certain variations for the reconstruction and expansion of the Prospect Heights Fire District Fire Station at 10 East Camp McDonald Road. So this is a waiver of the first reading. We need a motion to approve.
So moved, Morgan Adams.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Dan, anything or just?
Just that Jamie Zara and Chief Smith are here to go over the project because this will be the first time the council has a chance to see it and explain what the fire district is planning to do at their location.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all for having us tonight. I'm here, Jamie Zara with the 845 Design Group. I'm the architect, and the Fire Protection District Chief is also here. If you have any questions that are more operational, I'll answer design questions. So here on your screen are some elevations of the existing fire station, if you're not familiar, on Camp McDonald Road. So the main entrance, let's see if you can see my cursor. Yes, you can, perfect. So the current main entrance is right here. And these two parking spaces right now we're planning to remove just for safety purposes because they're difficult to pull in and out of off of Camp McDonald Road. And then this will be green space. And in our proposed plan, this will actually only be an egress exit. It will not be the main entrance anymore because all the parking is on the north side, which is the back of the property. So that will be the main access for the public on this property. And then this elevation, there's currently 3 bays. We're going to be adding 1 additional bay, which would be on the east side of this property, which is one of the variations that we're requesting. So here's a site plan. This is the north end of the property. This is where our property line ends, and this is some parking that is owned by the city right now, which at one point it was owned by the district and the district sold it to the city. So we would actually be in the setback requirements for the north side of the property. The district still owned this, but when they sold it, now we're non-conforming on this north end of the property. In order to meet the needs of the district, we need this north portion. Oh, sure. Oh, perfect. This will point to. Oh, look at that. Okay. Thank you. So this north end is our addition and aligns with the existing that's currently non-conforming. And the east addition over here, where I mentioned that bay, this is also a variation because we're over the setback line. So the existing property has a lot of non-conforming setbacks. So this south end of the property currently is over the setback requirements, and the west end of the property is essentially on the lot line. It's 1/4 of an inch off the lot line. So this elevation we are not touching at all because we cannot. And then in addition to this, we are deficient in parking spaces based on the side of the building. So the parking required by the city is 27 spaces. The proposed parking based on this, the portion that is on the district side, is only 9 spaces. And the district, they are required to have 15 spaces based on their need. So it's an 18 space discrepancy. So as Mr. Peterson mentioned, there's an agreement to share parking with the city. So currently with the station, the reason we're doing these additions is there's no decontamination spaces, which means if the district comes in, they're going right into living quarters. There's no place for them to wash off or shower or anything like that and get the contamination off of their equipment. There's no training facility, there's no gear locker room. There's random stairs placed in areas that make it inconvenient and add to response times. There's insufficient bunk rooms and there's limited office space. So again, this is that site plan with the landscaping, as I mentioned before. So this area here, there will no longer be parking there, there'll be landscaping, and this entrance is only going to be egress. So the new entrance is going to be on the north side of the building. And then this shows you some of the areas that we're demolishing. So this will be the curb area here, this will be modified based on our new plans, and then this area will also be demolished for the new additions. This is a plan that we're proposing. So the existing apparatus will remain as is. We're adding this for a staff vehicle. This is the gear locker room that they currently don't have. This is a battalion chief area, additional laundry, so that'll help with decontamination. So their dirty laundry, which would be their gear, would be using these appliances, and the clean, like their linens and their clothes, would be in this laundry area. And then this is their bunk space. So this is the wall that we're on the property line currently. This is going to be their living quarters. So their day room space, their kitchen space, their bunk room space, which will be individual rooms. So this can all be unisex. The locker room will also be unisex, and the idea is that either you change in your bunk room or you change in the locker room. And this is a training facility that's also been added. And in this northeast corner is administration offices. And this is the new entrance base that'll be off the parking lot. And this is the existing entrance, not exactly in the same location, but similar. And that'll just be for egress purposes. There'll be no door hardware on the outside, so there shouldn't be any concern or confusion about using this as an entrance. And signage will also be guiding you to the north side of the building. So this is what we're proposing. So we're proposing to use materials that will stand the test of time and will also blend with the existing building, so this doesn't look like a renovation. This is that new bay that we're adding. There's also a mezzanine above, which is why this area has a higher space for storage. And we're going to create this awning space here that will have the signage on it, and it'll direct the public to the rear of the building. This will be the area that has the trash enclosure, and then this is the administration portion of the building. And then this will be the new entrance. So we're modifying this corner of the building slightly and just trying to make it a little more cohesive, adding some awnings, because right now it gets very hot on south facing, to try to protect the building. And we're going to replace the existing doors because they're failing. This is the new north entrance. So again, we added signage to guide those that are entering the building. The parking will be in the back, so it should be pretty visible. And then again, this is more cement board siding materials to blend with the building, and then we incorporated some of the existing brick because it's difficult to match it. We don't run it adjacent, so we've created some other spaces to help with the materials. And then this is the elevation that we are not touching at all. That's the WARRANTS elevation. So again, here's some of the materials: the fiber cement plank siding and paneling that we're using on the north side of the building and the existing brick, and we're trying to match it as closely as possible, and then darker glazing, or darker framing for the glazing. And that is it, if you have any questions for me or the chief.
Any questions? Just my question, nothing to do with any of what you just talked about, but what are you going to do with the plaque up there at the front?
That's a good question. I'm debating on whether we just leave it or we relocate it to the backside. I'm probably going to have a second plaque go with it, like a
Right.
built remodel type thing, yeah.
I'm talking about the one on the south.
Oh, the Smith and Dawson
Yeah,
plaque?
Smith and Dawson.
I think we're just going to leave it put. We're not
Okay.
touching that side of the...
Right. No, I just saw that, and I was looking at, because that plaque is like right where that grass is.
Yeah. I think Walgreens forgets that that's their...
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
So if there are no questions, we have a
Thank you.
motion and a second for the waiving of the first reading. Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item C, ordinance 02510, staff memo and ordinance granting special use and certain variations for the reconstruction and expansion of the Prospect Heights Fire District Fire Station at 10 East Camp McDonald Road. This is the second reading. We need a motion to approve.
So moved, Morgan Adams.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions?
Just one quick question. I meant to ask it earlier. The electronic sign that's out front currently, is that going to remain or be moved or just remain in some sort?
It's at its end of its life. It needs some work, and it's rather pricey, and it just doesn't fit in with our plan.
Okay.
Okay.
I noticed now, too, that it said 9 on the front of the building.
That's our fire station number in the
Okay.
region, so.
I thought it was because the address is 10, right?
Yes, the address is 10,
So I
but
was
it's
just
Station
curious.
9.
Station 9.
Just to
All right.
confuse you.
All right.
Believe it or not, when the original station was built, the address was 8 and a half.
8 and a half. Okay, so we're all done? Thank you. Lloyd, we're good?
We have the motion in a second. No,
Okay.
do a roll call. Sorry.
So now we need a roll call. No questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson. Alderman Morgan Adams.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're excited to get started.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thank you.
Item D is another waiver of first reading request for ordinance 02511, staff memo and ordinance approving a special use permit for an automobile rental facility, Gitteben and Associates LLC, doing business as Go Rentals at 750 Pinecrest Road. So this is a waiver of the first reading. Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Dan?
This is a situation where Go Rentals, which is the DBA for Bittman and Associates, they operate a car rental facility that serves the Chicago Executive Airport. They have kiosks at both Ascension Aviation and Signature. This is their home office. They moved into the building about a year ago and were never informed that they needed to have a special zoning, and we did have observations of large numbers of new vehicles in the parking lot at Pinecrest. So this is an administrative, automobile rentals is a permitted special use in the B3 zoning district, and they've been cooperative in coming in and getting their paperwork on file. This is where those transactions emanate out of. So this is good. They've got all their licenses up to date. Miss Angelique did call late and got stuck traveling to get back, so that's why she's not here this evening. The ZBA did have a couple of concerns over the cars in the parking lot and the quality of the cars, and in the year they've been there, there's been no incidences, that they store at times upwards of 40 vehicles as they move them in and out of the airport depending on what their load is. So they meet the conditions of a special use, and staff recommends that the special use be granted.
Any questions for Dan? Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes. Now for the passing of the ordinance, O2511, staff memo and ordinance approving a special use permit for an automobile rental facility, Gitteben and Associates LLC, doing business as Go Rentals at 750 Pinecrest Road. This is a second reading. Need a motion to approve?
So
moved, Anderson.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item F, Resolution R2533, a resolution authorizing and awarding bid recommendation for the purchase of a CR Mini hydraulic excavator with Altifer Cat on the Sourcewell Governmental Discount Program for an estimated cost of $80,734 and not to exceed $82,000. Need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Mark, would you like to tell us about it?
We've been talking about this unit actually for a couple of years, but it really came good into the budget for 25-26. It is a track-based digging machine. We'll use it for sewer, for water, for stormwater projects. It is a nice, small chassis. We can get in between tight spots. We do have a backhoe that we used to do most of our digging with, but because of its length, a lot of times it gets in the way or we have to shut down roads because we can't turn it sideways easy. The last two water main digs we've had, we created a little bit more destruction on Parkway because of it. So it's a universal machine. I don't know if we talked about it in the past, but also with the right attachments on it, we'll be using it to trim all along the levee wall. Behind there, we are required by the IDNR to keep brush and debris back at least 10 feet off the wall. So with the head on it, we can drive down behind there and trim all the trees as we go. You've seen the state and other agencies use them. Also along the creeks and watershed areas, we can drive and lower that boom down and trim the growth along into the swampy areas without having to try to get a guy down there or a machine or roll over something. So it's very universal for us, and appreciate the council and making this happen finally this season. So that's all I have to answer, sir.
Thank you. Any questions?
I have one question. Where would you store it? Do you have room? Would you keep it in the building or outside or?
It's going to be in the building. It'll be on a trailer all the time because that's how we'll get it to and from the site where we're working. We have to rearrange the furniture. With only 6 public works guys, and we have a large shop, but a lot of tools we have take up space. We always believe that it's best to keep it inside if you can. It'll make it last longer. We're very fortunate. Some of our vehicles are 1999s and 2000s that we're still keeping running because we take care of them the best as we can.
Yeah.
This will be kept on the trailer in the building. We have to move a few things around. Probably throw out some of the police department stuff. But yeah, it'll be kept in the building, and by keeping it on the trailer in the building, when we need it at all hours of the morning or whatever happens, it's a click onto the truck and drag it out and go. There's no playing around. It's ready to rock and roll. So
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item G, staff memo and request for city council approval of St. Viator. That's where I went to school. I don't know why that just popped out. St. Alphonsus Liguori Parish special event permit to hold a summer carnival on June 12th to 15th.
So moved, Anderson.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. state your name and
First of all, thank you for all your service. It's deeply appreciated in Prospect Heights. My name is Joni Fine, and I've been a parishioner of St. Alphonsus for 40-plus years, and we are planning to have a carnival plan this June 12th to the 15th. The Archdiocese is, as many of you know, are merging parishes, so we're merged with St. Thomas Becket and St. Alphonsus, and we're thinking having this carnival, which is a great opportunity not only for the community, but for the merging of the parishes, would be a great opportunity for us and a development of bringing people together. So we're here to answer any questions, and it's going to run for 3 days. 4 days. 4 days.
it says Thursday.
The 12th through the 15th.
Thursday through Sunday. Okay.
What are the hours of the operation?
The hours are going to be Thursday 5 to 10, Friday 5 to 11, Saturday 12 to 11, and Friday 1 to 8.
Okay.
Nice sign.
And is it going to be like a big carnival or?
Yes. And it's going to, they're going to have food trucks, which will be selling foods. We're going to have Hispanic food, Polish food, American food, sweet desserts, and it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Is there an admission fee?
Each is set, the ticket takes care of every day. It's $75 a ticket.
Okay. And that's per person?
Oh, no,
The $75 is a pass for the rides for the 4 days.
Like a wristband for all 4
So if you
days.
buy the $75 pass, you come in all 4 days and ride the rides.
Got it, okay, but there's no admission
But
fee.
otherwise, you just come in, and of course, things that are food items and so forth are going to be sold, obviously.
Right.
So
Right.
there's some cost there to
Okay.
participate. But
What's
we
the
have-
single day admission?
Pardon me?
What's the single day admission?
There is no.
You just paid for the ticket.
Admission, no, only if the kids are going to do the rides.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I
I'm
misunderstood.
sorry, she just told me 25 would be the cost for a single day for the rides.
Okay, my grandsons are going to be going to High Five again there. So I'll be there for 5 weeks picking them up, by the way.
Yeah. Is there going to be any live entertainment at all, or?
Yes, we have entertainment. My name is Margaret Tice. I am parish manager.
Here, why don't you come up to the microphone so everybody can hear you?
My name is Margaret Tice. I am parish manager to churches St. Thomas, Becket, and Alphonsus Rigori Parish and School. And we have entertainment. DJ Marek Kalinowski will play music for kids and adults on Friday from 5 to 10 p.m. and Sunday from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. DJ Olaf will play music on Saturday from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. We have a beer garden place where adults only over 21 will be able to buy canned beer and wine. And what kind of entertainment we have? We have a Jika show, aerobic for children and adults, Polonia Orchestra, Chicago will play concert on Saturday. Car show, PLL cars, 10 old Polish cars will be parked in the parking lots and guests will be able to take pictures. Clown Lulu entertainment for children, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And during this carnival we have a business expo because we have a big beautiful gym. And Saturday and Sunday local businesses will be exhibition their service in the gym. Saturday from 12 to 9 and Sunday 1 to 7. That's welcome all small and big businesses. And what else? Rock band, GPE band. This is our parishioner's son and his friends. They will play for our parishioner and guests. Concert Friday from 7 to 8:30. On Sunday, Father's Day, 2 children bands from our parish will play Polish and English songs for children and parents.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And all volunteers will be uniquely dressed so that there will be no confusion as to who's volunteers and who's a part of the community.
Okay.
We'll be in bright t-shirts that says volunteers.
I'm Larry Gulick, again, a 30-year-plus member of the parish. As you can see, we're planning a community event, not just a parish event. It's going to be open to anyone who wants to come in and have a good time. The job fair, or excuse me, not job fair.
Business Expo.
Business Expo.
Thank you.
Is to help everybody become
Thank you.
more familiar with the businesses that are in the area. A lot of times, you know, you're looking for somebody to do something around your house and you know who's there. So we've invited all the local businesses that want to exhibit there to come in and exhibit. So hopefully it'll be good for not only bringing our parishes together, but for our whole community.
Correct. Yeah, I remember the Family Fest that used to be at St.
Yes.
Joseph's. That was fun.
Great.
That was a good time.
Yes, it was. Father George
Yeah.
was a great guy.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes. So you guys are good to go. You're good. Motion passes. Well done. Item 10, staff and elected officials and commission reports. We will start on my right with staff. Peter?
Yes, sir, I'll go through really quick. With the passage of the carnival, June is going to be jam-packed with events. So I want to remind everybody to check out your newsletters that I'm told are going to be going to the the post office soon, so that they'll get out to to our residents. But I just want everyone to know, May 17th, Saturday, there's going to be a Native Plant Awareness Day, Educational Day, sponsored by State Reps Mary Beth Canty and Tracy Katz-Moll. This is going to be from 9 to 10:30 in the morning at the Comet Prairie at Country Gardens Park off of Schoenbeck. On June the 7th, Saturday, we will have Community Day at the Prospect Heights Park District. That's from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. We will have a shredding event. Well, we'll have the carnival on the 12th to the 15th of June. We'll have a shredding event on June 21st. That's from 9 to 12 a.m. or 9 to 12 noon at the Metro Station. And then we will have the city block party with the Park District on that same day from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. We will have Rock the Runway at Chicago Executive Airport on Saturday the 28th. The run portion will be at 8 a.m. and then the rock portion will be at 5 p.m. And then we will have our world-famous 4th of July parade with a special guest, probably again Santa Claus, Summer Santa. This will be on July 5th. And this is generally around, I don't know if we have a time on this one, is this like 9 o'clock-ish? This will be taken off from St. Alphonsus parking lot, hopefully, and ending at Hebron Church, as we have done in the past. So please check out your newsletters as they come out. Hopefully they'll be in people's mailboxes soon. And all these wonderful family events are spelled out in there, so you can set your calendars for some summer fun. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bob?
Nothing here.
Mark?
Thank you, sir. Just a few things. Wolf Road sidewalk update. This week is the first time people have been able to walk the Wolf Road sidewalk from its completion, from the Metro Station all the way up to Palatine Road. The last piece of the puzzle was restored this week, which was the crossing at the Canadian National Railroad tracks. So the pedestrian gates are up and running. Everything is working smoothly. It's a nice surface. Really excited that it's there, it's done. I'm smiling every day when I go down Wolf Road and I see people on the sidewalk. You know, every project you do, there's someone that says, you don't need that. Today, a mother, 3 children, a little one on a bike. She needed help, really. She had a lot of kids. But they were all on the sidewalk. And then the crossing at Canadian National at the railroad tracks is a huge benefit to everybody. So that is really doing well. They have a small punch list of few things to fix over there. And that leads me right into the next step, which is Metropolitan Water Reclamation District is doing a major sewer line project along Wolf Road. The same path that we just did the sidewalk, they're doing work underground, rebuilding and repiping these massive sewer lines for sanitary waste. Some of the pipes are 60 inches tall, just to get an idea how big these pipes are. It's a project, it's going to take them 3 or 4 months to go down the road and do this. There's a lot of equipment. It's almost like their own carnival. They have so many trucks and guys and pieces that put everything together. So be careful in driving around there. They are projecting a road closure, which we've put on our website before in the past. They did a short road closure about a month and a half ago near the intersection of Old Willow and Wolf. They're going to have that in place again. It's going to close for about 3 months. Your traffic that's headed eastbound off of Wolf will be able to still go that direction, but residents driving westbound on Wolf towards, or I'm sorry, westbound on Old Willow towards Wolf, near where the Briarwood Apartments are, will be rerouted down Mandel into our residential area back out to Wolf, because the amount of work that they're going to be doing and digging up, it's just unsafe to try to get cars both ways there. So that is coming. I've had a lot of questions about that over the last few weeks. Unfortunately, it's a big, construction's never easy, but when it's done, we'll all flush our toilets much easier. We know it's not going to back up. So they got that going on, and those are the big things that are happening. And Peter covered all the other activities coming up, so it's going to be a great summer. We have a lot going on. That's it, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Dan?
Real quick, even though Mr. Kim did retire, the dog walk is still open. He found one and never missed a beat, so the new owner is up and running, and they're what I've seen and talked to the residents, they're enjoying it. Secondarily, I was hoping to not have to say this, but we had our first experience with contractor fraud with the asphalt paving scam again. However, I do have to say that the homeowner paid attention, asked for permits, came to City Hall, took photographs of the out-of-state license plates and prevented it. But please, everybody be aware that these contractors approach your house when you're out there, say they got the best deal in the world, but you have to act now, and you don't need permits, you don't need those things. And so the good news is the word got out last year. The bad news is we have to be diligent and keep our antenna out for those types of situations. And if you notice those things, out-of-state trucks, people unwarranted unsoliciting for construction services, any questions at all about that, you can call the building department and we will let you know and we will investigate. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Was that on the weekend or a weekday?
Most of these happen on the weekend, but she said that on Sunday, when she said that she'll go in and wants him to come in with her to get a permit, he got upset and just left, and then came in to talk to our office about
But if this happens on the weekend and our offices are closed, they can call 911?
Yes, exactly. Call 911 and an officer will come and investigate.
Okay, thank you. Joe?
I do fraud presentations, and the biggest one going on right now is when people are posting death notices. A lot aren't going in the newspapers, but through the church bulletins or announcements. Someone shows up in corporate America look and asks for the children of the deceased person, and the widowed wife will say, well, they don't live here, and then this person will say, well, before your husband Dan passed away, he signed these documents to transfer your investment forms over. She invites him in, she signs. We just had one, $400,000. So these frauds are getting worse and out of control. I just thought it was a bit there.
Thank you. Could you please send us a synopsis of that? We Chief of Police continually looks for newsletter items, crime prevention.
Yes.
And certainly, we've done quite a bit on construction fraud, and if this is the new scam, we'll notify our citizens.
It just happened out of St. Edna's Parish to a parishioner.
Yeah. The only item I have is our next meeting, because of Memorial Day holiday. It will not be on the Monday. It will follow on the Tuesday evening. 6:30 regular time. And tentatively, we will get the word out, but it looks like we might have not a vote, but just a presentation of a revised chicken ordinance.
Okay. Thank you.
Nothing from me.
Nothing? Chief?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to real briefly recognize our social worker, Rosangela Maldonado, who has officially gained the title of social worker by completing her Master of Social Work. Secondly, I would like to mention that on Friday, May 16th at 1204 South Milwaukee Avenue, the Prospect Heights Police Department will be participating in a Special Olympics event, Cop on a Rooftop, from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. So if you are a Dunkin' Donuts customer, come support your police department. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Is anybody going to be on the roof?
Yes, officers will be present on the roof.
Okay.
Elected officials on my left. Anybody have any reports?
No reports, but I just wanted to say, I hope everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day yesterday.
That's number.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say we have a month to go, and SAF, Dollars for Scholars, 214 golf outing is June 16th at Rolling Green Country Club, and we still have room for golfers, and love to have you join us.
Thank you. Any elected on the right?
No.
Nothing? Okay. Just, I want to say thank you and congratulations to you again about your swearing in for your next 2 years.
Looking forward to another 2 years, for sure.
Good, thank you. Item 11, approval of warrants. Will the deputy clerk please read the warrant list?
Yes. Here we go. For the approval of warrants tonight, we have a total amount of $435,884.84. We have a wire payment of a 5/2/25 payroll amount of $182,149.68. That brings us to a total warrant tonight of $618,034.52 for approval.
Thank you. We need a motion to approve.
So moved, Anderson.
Second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions?
I got a question. I think maybe when we put it up on the screen, that's really small. Can we make that a little bit bigger? I don't know if anybody can see what's up there, but I sure can. I don't know if we can make that a little bit bigger. So for the people that are here, they can see it.
Yeah, we'll try it. This is part of the software, though, right?
It is, yeah. So I can look into it. And see
Yeah,
if
just so people can be able to see it, because it's really, really tiny.
Let's see what we can do.
All right. So we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Alderman Cameron.
Aye.
Alderman Anderson.
Aye.
Alderman Morgan Adams.
Aye.
Alderman Dolick.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 12, public comment on non-agenda matters. Anybody?
Yes, we have one slip from Joe Sykes on Palatine Road.
Come on up. State your name.
My name is Joe Sykes. I was here about a year ago, maybe a little more, regarding the crossing across the pedestrian crosswalk for the bicycles just north of Palatine Road between that and Equestrian. And I talked to the director here of Public Works, and about a year ago, I recommended that they put a stoplight in there because I didn't feel that based on what I've seen, that it was safe. And last week, when I was there, I had a gentleman on a bicycle on the west side of the street and a jogger on the right side of the street, and there was no traffic going southbound, but all the traffic started to come north because the light turned green at Palatine Road. And this truck driver in the left lane stopped, and the guy on the right side of the street started to walk, and he almost got hit because the vehicle in the right lane going northbound just was going and didn't stop at all. So I just feel that it would be better served that a traffic signal be put up where, you know, anybody could hit a button on either side of the street. The traffic signal is always green, and then the signal could change to red so someone could get a minute to get across the street. I reached out to Jan Schakowsky's office and Tracy, the state senate, and they have reached out to IDOT. So I just wanted to keep you informed. It's still an issue, and I don't know.
Yeah, you know that's a state street, it's not our jurisdiction.
I know,
And,
I understand,
yeah.
but that's why it's like IDOT, so.
Right.
I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any others? Come on up.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Yusuf. I am here to hopefully clear a few misconceptions in hopes of us becoming less divided than we are today. The phrase I started my speech with, Assalamu alaikum, is an Islamic greeting which means peace be upon you. You might be surprised to find that this phrase was also what Jesus, peace be upon him, said to his disciples, as mentioned in Gospel of Luke, chapter 24, verse 36. Some of you might think that Islam is a relatively new religion that was created by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, 1400 years ago. Actually, Islam, which means to surrender and to submit your will to God, was there since the time man set foot on this earth. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did not create Islam, but was the last and final messenger. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that there were 124,000 prophets that were sent on the face of this earth. All of the prophets that were previously sent, like Prophet Noah, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, peace be upon them all, were sent only for their people, and their message as a whole was meant to be followed only for that specific time period. Since Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the last and final messenger, he was sent as a mercy to all the worlds. It is mentioned in the Holy Quran, in Surah Al-Anbiya, chapter 21, verse 107, "We have not sent you except as a mercy to all the worlds." It is also mentioned in the Holy Quran, in Surah Saba, chapter 34, verse 28, "We did not send you for all mankind except to bring them glad tidings and to warn, but most people do not know." Since Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the last and final messenger, the revelation given to him, the Holy Quran, has been preserved since the time it was revealed 1400 years ago. Unlike revelations given to the previous prophets, God took it upon himself to preserve this revelation exactly as it was revealed, so that it continues to serve as the final testament and guidance to all of humanity till the end of time. It is mentioned in the Holy Quran in Surah Al-Hijr, chapter 15, verse 9, "Indeed, it is we who sent down the reminder, the Quran, and indeed, we ourselves surely are his guardians." Some of you might think that God of the Muslims is a different God because Muslims say that their God is Allah. Well, if you look in the Arabic Bible, used by over 10 million Arab Jews and Christians, you will find that the word God in English is translated as the word Allah in many places in the Bible. For example, it is mentioned in the Old Testament, in the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 1, "In the beginning, Allah created the heaven and the earth." I end with the following verse from the Holy Quran that answers the question, who is our Creator and God, Allah? It is mentioned in Surah Al-Ikhlas, chapter 112, verse 1 to 4, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Say He is Allah, the only one and unique. Allah, the absolute, the eternal, who is in need of none and of whom all are in need. He neither begat nor was He begotten, and there's none comparable to Him." Thank you.
Thank you. Any others, Lloyd?
That's all.
That's it? Okay. We do not have an executive session, so there's no action to take on that executive session. So we'll go right to 15. Adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved, Anderson.
Second, Cameron.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.